David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So NC State's offense will go on the attack first. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz.
Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Running to the left. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
The Wolfpack line up facing 3rd and approximately half a mile. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. So Pittsburgh's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. On the run, it's Reed. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Gonna let it fly. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Pitt will have to boot this one away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job.
There he goes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Wide open downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive game right away.
Sends it back in motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Got nothing last time. Now second and goal from the 3. Pushes ahead. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
And now, after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on third and goal. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Going for 6. Touchdown, North Carolina State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Reed. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Caught close to the marker, it's Williams. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And the Panthers will snap it on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Using his legs, it's Reed. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one is 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Reed. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
After those last 2 plays, let's see if they can get it out of reverse on 3rd and 18. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Running behind that left side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Holds and fires complete to the right. Turning it on. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
It's reverse, and they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
NC State has to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Holstein. The short hands, it's Reed. At the 35, he's loose. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. The Panthers can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. From the gun, the ground game. Nice move to keep running. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Wolfpack will have first and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Pittsburgh. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Steel City.
Just about ready to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Quickly to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the big fella. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Panthers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The inside handoff. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
With the catch, it's Lee. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
The defense continues to have a great game. Both defenses has played well. These offenses are going to have to change something up, protect their quarterbacks a little bit better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. The short hands, it's Johnson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
At the 44-yard line. Fourth down coming up.
Pitt will line up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets it out fast. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel, understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Off play action. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
You gotta love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long, you're gonna get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is on its way. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Leaves it with the back. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
To the air on second down. A strike downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll test the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Holstein. He's taking the shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
And, man, this offense needed that. They've got to get it going. That clock is ticking. They've got 0 points on the game. They've got to put a couple of plays together. There's play number 1. Let's see if they can get a streak going, get down the field, and put some points on the scoreboard.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. The give to the back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
Second. Go to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lee. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Yeah, nice job by this defense stringing it out towards the sideline. And when I do that, man, all my body's got to rally to the football. We got to run to the football really, really hard from inside out. Nice job by the defense getting to the quarterback and making the play.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
In the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a third down.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Lets it fly. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
He'll keep it himself. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that 1st down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the 1st down marker. Turnover on downs.
Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option, down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Got it in the middle, it's Hardy. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.